Hello, hello. It is a beautiful Monday morning. Last night it was kind of raining out here. It was a little crazy, but it's a beautiful Monday morning or Monday afternoon for everybody. So just want to check in again live. You'll notice that there's some things behind me. It's just home for me, putting myself in the right mindset. Let's just review a little bit of what we've been doing throughout the past week and going into this week. So last Monday we talked about prepare and how to set up our space, and then we talked about getting state on Tuesday, prime your mind on Wednesday, do the one thing on Thursday. This is why we review. So do the one thing on Thursday and then make it stick on Friday. Saturday we checked in with integrity and how are we showing up in the times now. If our values were education, honesty, friendship, family, trust, if that's what our values were before the situation, how are we still honoring those values now that we're in it with our behaviors? Yesterday we talked about failure leads to success, and we created a plan of what's working for you now, what's not working for you, and what are solutions that we could put into it. So start thinking about with those things. It's a change in your mindset. It's a change in the things that we do. So that's kind of where we started, and now we're pushing forward into intention and intentionality. And so today when we're talking about the key of, everybody take your hands here and say speak with good purpose. So it reminds us to do that. Remember, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. If we learn using 3 learning channels, we can make things stick easier. So that's why we do speak with good purpose. But if you think about it this way, the definition of the speak with good purpose is speak honestly and kindly. Think before you speak and make sure your intention is positive and your words are sincere. Now we're going to focus in on the intention is positive and your words are sincere for today's live. If you're frustrated with e-learning, if you're frustrated with being at home and confined into a space, if you're frustrated with the things that you're doing, what is your intention? And making sure we change that intention to a positive intention and the words are sincere. The way that we think about speak with good purposes is simple. It's the words that we say to others, it's the words that others say to others, it's the words that others have said to yourself, and then words that you said to yourself. So let me bring that back down. So words that from self to others. What am I saying and projecting into the world? Social media, conversations with friends, conversations with other people around what's happening. Maybe I did have to go out to the store, and what's that conversation? What are you hearing? What are you saying? And what is your intention? Is your intention to lift somebody up, or is it to break them down? And then if you really think about that, there's this ripple effect that's happening. So the conversation I'm having with others, I then tend to hear from others to others. Like the other day when I had to run out and grab some things to make sure that we have everything in the house, I heard a lot of people saying, oh my goodness, this is absurd. Why are we? And it's all this negative self-talk to others that then I started realizing I was also saying to some of my friends back home on phone calls of, man, I can't believe this is happening. What's going on? I'm not using a positive intention with the words that I'm saying. And there's this ripple effect from self to others, others to others, others to self. Then I started hearing conversations of people saying it back to me. And then I started thinking to myself, self to self. So today is really focusing around intentionality. And the intentionality of the power of the words that we say become who we are. And if you apply that into the study skills, if you apply that into parenting, if you apply that into teaching, if we're complaining or if we're annoyed and frustrated with the system and the way things are working, which, by the way, that's a valid feeling, hold it, have it. We're not saying you can't have that valid feeling. Have that feeling. And after you have that feeling, think about what can you do positively to push forward. What are the things that are going to move you forward in your life, move others around you forward in your life? And here we talk about the power of and. Notice that I could have said, you can have that feeling, but think about something positive. What I'm doing with the word but is I'm negating everything I said directly before it. But if I use the word and, I'm including the fact that I can honor this feeling that learning is frustrating right now. Being at home is frustrating right now. Being away from my friends is frustrating right now. And how can I have a positive intention moving forward? How can I make the most out of the moments that we have here, which is opening the door for tomorrow's key. But what can I do now, here in this space, to make sure that I am included in the things that I'm doing, that I'm purposely moving forward? With part of that, I'm going to go into positive stress. And I'm saying positive stress versus negative stress because right now, a lot of us are feeling this negative stress we're frustrated with e-learning, we don't know what to do. I'm hearing from parents and teachers and students saying, hey Charles, I just got every single class load of information for the entire semester put onto my Dropbox or onto my Google Drive or onto my platform, and they gave me all of the assignments for the entire unit. It's nothing but study packets. I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to start. And so that's creating this negative stress. And remember, we spoke about this yesterday, the amygdala responds to stress. And the only responses from that are fight, flight, and freeze. So if we're putting ourselves in this negative stress, we're not helping ourselves and we're not putting our best foot forward. So let's spin it. My parents, my teachers, and students, we're getting all of these things dropped on us right now. It's frustrating, it's stressful. And how can I use this stress and switch it to a positive stress? What are the things I can do inside that could say, you know what, I have all of these different tasks and all these different goals on my plate and I don't even know where to start, and how about I just start here? How about I just start with asking a simple question of where do I start? That is an amazing strategy, and write it down. Where do I start? How can I get the most of this moment? What resources do I have available to me to where I can reach out to others? Something that a good friend from my Wake community, which is Western Association of Independent Camps, his name's Stuart, and he said, if staring at a computer screen and you're staring there forever and you're wondering what to do, you're doing it wrong. Meaning, if all you're doing is staring at a screen, figuring out what you need to do, and you're getting frustrated, it means that you're not utilizing the resources that you have available for you. Call somebody, check in with refreshers, go to YouTube, search how to solve. The how to is a huge thing. Go ahead and search and search and search. Because what happens is how you perceive the situation is how you tend to respond to the situation. If I'm perceiving this as a very stressful event, I'm going to respond in a stressful manner. But if I perceive it as this is just a challenge that I can take, I have time, I'm going to go ahead and queue up, pull up a picture, breathe and release. Picturing your ideal outcome of you being focused, of you having positive intentionality, and saying to yourself, I got this. I have time, I have resources, I can connect, and I'm going to start now. So think about how that can change your life. Change the way that you think about the stressors that are in your life, and change it to a positive approach versus this negative approach that a lot of people are doing right now. I also see on Facebook, which I'm loving, is all the love, the care that people are putting out there. I see families recording videos together for the first time that I've ever seen. A large group of people, families, just posting videos of them connecting with others. These are the positive things to look for, and hold on to those. Then ask, how can I apply this to my studies? For me, going through my doctoral dissertation, there's a lot of things going on business-wise and family-wise that I have to change my mindset of, how can I do my business? How can I spend time with my family virtually? How can I do all of that and feel confident about the work that I'm doing for my doctorate? Those are the things that we're putting out today. Speak with good purpose. Speak honestly and kindly. Think before you speak. And having a positive intention and making sure your words are sincere. Today, go from a but attitude to an and attitude. We'll see you later. Bye.